Hey there folks, I'm back again. It have been for a while now and I know. As you know, I work as a janitor, dealing with my family's hish and dish. I will explain more. But today's video is about Charlie Kirk. As you know, Charlie Kirk on September 10, 25. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed during the campus event in Utah Valley University. A suspect was later arrested after a 2 day manhunt. A memory sprang out nationwide. Even amid grief, his death reignited arguments over rhetoric, power, and how we treat our political enemies. Charles James Kirk was born October 14, 1993 in Arlington Heights, Illinois. He briefly attended Harper College before plunging full-time into activism. At 18, he co-founded Turning Point USA in 2012, an organization that would become a centerpiece of his public life. Tipusa grew into a donor-backed youth machine, famous to some and infamous to others. With projects like the Professor Watch List, praised by supporters as transparency and criticized by educators as intimidation. Well, we move to the MAGA movement in the metro. Kirk fuses campus spectacle with viral media, short confrontations, confidence answers, shareable clips. It worked. He became one of Trump's strongest organizers, aligning with the former president's platform and tactics through 2024 to 2025 under his leadership. Tipusa's fundraising and reach surged, and he helped review how Gen Z engage with right-wing politics. But the same approach, the stark binaries, the combative tone, fueled fierce oppositions. Critics accused him for mainstreaming hard-right ideas on gender, race, and immigration, while admiring saw a truth teller defying elite taboos. Well, I'm familiar with that, of course. Kirk often argued to traditional gender roles. In 2025, he told Taylor Swift, "Reject feminism and submit to your husband," a line that drew huge backlash. I remember that. He was fucking around everything as usual that time. At Tipusa's Young Women's Leadership Summit, he urged young women to submit to a Goldie man and frequently said women should marry young and prioritize having children over careers, which I disagree because I think women should choose for themselves. So Charlie Kirk shouldn't choose for them. So fuck no. Anyway, supporters framed this as biblical complementarity. Critics saw it as subordination. Yeah, it's true. Honor and protect women, supporters view. Submission and control, critics view. Yeah. About Israel, Palestine, and positioning. Critique was widely known as a strongly pro-Israel. Israeli officials and pro-Israel outlets memorized him as a steadfast ally. He rejected Palestinian statehood in some exchange and defended Israel's conduct in Gaza against accusations of critics. If there were moments of critics towards Israel from him, they are not well documented in major reporting. The dominant record portrays him as firmly, constantly pro-Israel. Well, here's the thing I used to say. Whether it is Israel or Palestine, no side should be even taken. But one thing is clear. Israel are actually butchering civilians in Palestine, meaning the leaders of Israel. Not the whole nation, but the leaders and the soldiers. That should be clear. God damn it. Anyway, the killing. Authorities says Kirk was shot during an outdoor Q&A style event. What his team branded Prove Me Wrong reporting describes as a single rifle shot from a nearby structure. Named suspect was taken into custody. Formal changes were expended shortly after. Vigils appeared from Utah to New York City as supporters mourned. Okay. I do not support his killing, political violence. Well, I hate that. Because even if I might say I am against him, I don't like killing. If I want to argue against him, then it should be with word. Or, why not use my goddamn fist? That's better. But I would never ever end his life. Not at all. Not a shit. Anyway, continue. Claims, counterclaims, and the early conspiracy theories. Within house of the internet flooded with speculations, some blaming the traditional left, other allegations false flag operations or foreign plots. Fact checkers flagged a wave of false and misleading claims. Meanwhile, some of the both extremists harassed and doxed people over their reactions to the murder. These are early days rumors, outplaced evidence, verified details, remain limited to law enforcement statements and major outlets. Lower third disclaimer, blah blah blah. Overfield's narrative are included here only for documents that they exist, not to endorse them, of course. Well, it had been a lot of speculations towards his death, of course, and now both right wing and left wing are actually blaming each other, but some people are so stupid to glorify his death. At least in some left sides, of course. I don't know about the right wing, but I guess many right wings feeling sorrow. That's the thing what I understand. Because Charlie Kirk were more like a right wing prophet. Meaning, why would they even see him dead at all? Okay, legacy, good, bad, and unfinished. Um, the case of Kirk, by admirers, he mobilized a pathetic students, built a sprawling youth operation and spoke without fear. They saw he stood for faith, family, and the West, and that he was punished for it. One of the claims, of course. The case against Kirk by critics. He normalized demeaning rhetoric about women and minorities, platformed conspiracy theories, and helped radicalize the discourse on campus and online. They argued the movement he built rewarded outrage over understanding. I understand. Alright, the closing then. We can argue about ideas, hard, loud, even importantly, but the moment politics invites the bullet, we all lose. I don't know. I don't support Charlie Kirk's death. I don't support political killings, no matter the ideology. What I want instead is dialogue. People facing each other with words, not weapons. For Charlie Kirk's families, friends, and supporters, may your grief find comfort. For his critics, may your principles include compassion. And for all of us, may we reject violence, defend, debate, and refuse the easy lie. I don't know. In memory of the dead, in service of the living, for dialogue, not death. That's it. Now, about my opinion, as I mentioned earlier, I don't support his death. That could have been solved with other things. Whoever thought it was funny to kill him, that's not right at all. Now, even if we have the right-wingers who blaming the left, why the left, on the other hand, no or not, I don't know exactly what they're thinking, except that either it could be a right-winger or left-winger. No one knows in reality, unless it is Donald Trump's goons who actually planned to kill him for some goddamn reason, which I don't know. What I know, at least, the difference between whatever he is in the politic, what I know is that when it comes to feeding people, that's the only thing he liked to do. The kind part, at least. I guess to say that some of the part were already criticized by the politics of the MAGA folks. Again, they are greedy. Sure, Kirk had maybe been greedy, but not that kind of greedy person. Otherwise, he was that kind of servant of the perfect man of God type. That's what I recognize from him, without to even have his own emotion understandable for whatever shit he have actually created, like go against women's right, taking away their reproduction whatsoever. I don't remember the name of it exactly. But again, they turned the road away. That's the different thing. That's the thing I hate the most. We have nothing with women to do. Women decide whatever women want. And that should be that we men should stay away from whatever it is important for every woman. The same goes with rape. Why should a child carrying a rapist child and give birth to it? That's not okay at all. And that should rather be dismissed. However, an adult victim, on the other hand, can make a decision for herself. Either she decides to get rid of it or keep it. No one of us decide that, only her. But on the other hand, she is allowed to get rid of the child. She shouldn't bear a rapist child. Never. That shouldn't be at all. Alright. But this is not over. I have a lot of things to go through because, as we say, the murder were horrific. But there's still clues to go after. So I don't say everything is clear yet. There's a bunch of things to go through, of course. Anyway, I have one more thing I want to ask you viewers. I have created a site in Telegram, and I actually try to work as a freelancer on the site, even if I am a janitor. I and one more person have created that together. I am the owner, of course. But we both going to try to work because I want to make sure that I can make money out of it. Because I want to have extra cash, of course. I don't ask any cash in hands. Sure, I had once a campaign once, but I don't care about that. I want to earn money for once and do the right thing. Like a normal, hard-working, working class. Nothing at all. And I'm pissed over whatever our politics are doing. We have an asshole who calls himself Ulf Christensen, and he will continue do his bullshit towards us and still look like an innocent dumbass who claimed that he have not done anything wrong. Yet we have to suffer. That's why I also asking and pleading you if you can think of giving us at least something, of course. And as I mentioned, $10 per page. Like an A4 paper, kind of. That's better than nothing. Well, at least what I have in my mind, because I was thinking it's better to start small, of course. So every writing we are doing is 10 per page. You can choose how many pages I should actually do. Should I do 2 or 3? But of course it's $300 per page. I mean, $300 on page in this case, if we're talking about 3. Like I said, you will understand. I have wrote down everything, so of course you have a list. You're going to get that, and you will understand, of course, what I have in my mind. Like I said, it could be about translation or whatever you have in your mind. Just ask me. I am willingly to take it. I don't care. I do the job. You tell me what to do. I get in cash Well, okay, if you're happy with the work I have done for you, so please, I urge you, give me at least something. Alright, that's all I wanted to say, and I'm thanking you for taking your time. I will come back about more about Charlie Kirk if I know something, but this is for now at least. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye.